Hey there. Welcome to Musical Hooks That Stick, Part 2. So the other day I had created a video that was an exploration and a development of a melody that I had come up with for this United Airlines commercial, but it was the one that I did not pursue at the time of the assignment and ended up putting it in the back pocket, and I pursued this other melody to actually go ahead and present to my clients. So as I promised in the other video, today I'm going to show you that melody, why I think it was a little bit better, a little bit stickier, a little bit more memorable. I'll show you how I took that melody and developed that for this commercial. Okay, so you'll remember that the melody that I had come up with for the other commercial was something like this. Right? It was this da 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 da. And it was very slow and was a waltz, right? So at the time I thought, that's a nice melody. It's a memorable melody. We can develop that pretty nicely, but it felt like it didn't have enough of a hook, like a quick hook to really grab your attention. So I came up with this other idea, and it sounds like this. And I will just play you the little bit of the piano part at the beginning that I had created. Okay, so it goes on from there, but the basic idea was this. All right, that's the hook. That's the little nugget that we are going to pursue, develop in this piece of music, right? So, and it's a little bit friendlier, it's more upbeat, it's happier, it has just more to work with, I think. So let's see what we can do with this. So in this case, this is already done. I already have the whole session here because that's what I ended up presenting to my clients. By the way, I did not win this commercial, and I will tell you more about that in another video about how I make a living doing this kind of thing. But yes, something else is on air and running on television with another piece of music, not mine. But that's okay. It's all good. So I started this one, again, thinking of it as an orchestral bed. They wanted it to be a cinematic piece. They wanted it to be very happy, celebratory, feel good, warm, friendly. So I started with my orchestral palette, which I have here. I have, my strings and my French horns and trombones, trumpets, flutes, everything like that of the orchestra. Okay, let's check this out. First, I wanted to just lay the chords in to support the melody. So here are some French horns. Okay, and I tease the melody out with this violin staccato. Okay, so when I started this, what I was trying to convey was sort of the anticipation and excitement of flying, right? Something that's coming, something's going to happen. What is our adventure going to be? Ooh, I'm excited to get on this airplane for this adventure, right? So this is kind of that feeling I was trying to evoke at the beginning of like kind of that anticipation feeling right before you fly. Right? Kind of has that open question mark, of it, like what's coming next? So that's a really nice way to start a piece before you really kind of develop it into its full-blown self. So then I started adding little flutes and clarinets. And as I was developing this piece, I really thought it would be fun to kind of pass this melody around the whole orchestra. And that would be the way to kind of make this melody really stick, right? You keep hearing it, you keep hearing it. You hear it in this register, you hear it in that register, you hear it in this group of instruments, that group of instruments. And as you do that, it kind of solidifies that idea and it becomes a memorable hook that won't leave your mind, right? Or your ears. So let's listen to the little flutes and clarinets and piccolos here. Let's see what they're doing. right? Again, it's a very simple melody. It doesn't need to be much more than that to sell an idea. Now let's hear how those come in with the other opening instruments. Okay, so now intro is there, question mark is there, the anticipation is there. Now we're going to take it home, right? We're going to start selling this melody. Okay, let's hear what we did here. I'll outline some of the other things that I'm adding, little swells and cymbal swells, crescendos, things that are going to create the drama and the magic. But right now, the basic piece is going to sound like this. Okay, so up to that point, it's still sort of like part A, right? It's the establishing the melody. It's mostly being played by the piano. Some of the strings are just sort of supporting in it, behind it, like, right, with a little pizzicato bass, maybe some harp. Right, just supporting instruments. These are held strings, sustained strings. Let's see what these woodwind staccatos are doing. These are the east-west Hollywood winds. Okay, so they're going along with the strings. Right, just giving that little cha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha. And don't forget, a melody doesn't have to be a hook melodically. It can be a hook rhythmically. In this case, it is both, right, which makes it very sticky. Is da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. You could play with a timpani, da-da-da-dum, you know, or you can do whatever you want to kind of, you know, strengthen this melody. So far in this point, I have the piano kind of leading the melody, starting small. The instruments are just kind of supporting it as they're starting to tell the story. And now you don't want it to be too repetitive. You don't want it to just keep going on and playing the same thing over and over again. So this is when you start to modulate, or you go to a different chord change, or you raise the octave, or turn the melody up, or you do a little something, but you want to maintain that da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, right? So let's hear how we go into the next section. Now we're starting to take a journey, right? Music is, especially for advertising, I feel like kind of is always telling a story. It's always taking you from somewhere to another place, maybe to a climax, maybe to an ending, maybe to a feel-good ending, maybe to an exciting ending, you know, but it often has builds drama and creates feelings as you go along. Okay, let's play it from this section here. Okay, so I just wanted to stop there. So you hear how it's going into another chord change, another kind of treating the melody differently. Right, so now it's dun, da, 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 dun, dun. So it's still that da 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 dun, dun, but it's dun, da 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 dun, dun, right? So it's close, same rhythm, same shape, but different notes, different chords, right? So now we're taking it through this next section. So we started with the opening, which is very like curious, what's coming. Then you're sort of like dum da 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 dum ba da 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 dum dum. That's your melody. We're establishing it, getting it ready, and then we take it for a journey to this point here. Even higher here. Listen to this. Right, so we're hearing da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum. Like we're hearing a lot of people starting to hit that little figure. they're supporting it. Where are they playing it here? Okay, so yeah, the strings are playing it. All right, and these guys, the harp is playing that. Who else is playing this? And it looks like everybody else is just sustaining. So it looks like flutes, harp, piano are kind of establishing it there. Now we're reprising the original melody and the original chord change, but we're strengthening it and adding more instruments to kind of just make it feel really anthemic and really feel good and warm and celebratory. So here's okay, so you can hear I'm kind of back to the beginning, just a little fuller. Now I've got some piano playing it. I've got a real nice string patch. So that really makes it sing a little bit better. And now instead of just doing like the little woodwinds and strings, doing the backing, rhythmic figure, now we've got horns and woodwinds. Right? So they're still keeping time and keeping that rhythm going, but we've got violins playing that melody now. We've got horns. Looks like we've got some horns. Let's see. Okay, not playing the exact melody, but they're kind of following the shape of the line, da da da, like da 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 da. It's just doing da 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 da, but it's supporting it. And this is the fun part. I have to say, when I was writing it, I was having a blast doing that because I just really enjoyed just saying, like, who's playing it now? Oh, you now. Oh, now you. Oh, now you. So it kind of gets passed around the orchestra with all the different parts. Let me just see if we can see them here. It's not the horns. They're just playing rhythms. So I think it's all in here. You see our woodwinds are taking turns. Do I have any? No, they're crescendo. I think trumpets might hit that. Yep. All right, so you put those together with the woodwinds and the piano, and maybe the strings are still playing it. Let's see. Nope, not strings, piano. Let's see. Okay, so that is, let's see, what do we do at the end? Yeah, just an ending, just a held chord. So I think you can see how it's very easy to take a very simple, right? You can just take that little piece and run with it. You can play it with your timpani, or you can play it with your, trombones. You can play piccolo. Glock is not in here, but so that's just an example of how your melody can really be established right from the beginning and pass all the way through to the end, solidifying that melody in your head, so that hopefully after you watch this video, you might walk away and go, right? And that's just the basic like theme and development as you would in a film score, right? You come up with an idea and then you want to be able to have it be flexible. It can be played by different instruments. It can be played in different tempos, different genres. I mean, a melody is a melody, and it can be manipulated in all sorts of ways. But the key is if it's quick or short and simple, Usually that's the best, right? A simple, short melody can really, stick with you. I mean, think about John Williams. I love to talk about John Williams because he's amazing, but, his like Jaws. Sorry, pick the right instrument. Think of Jaws. I mean, that is the simplest melody of all, but it is a melody. It can be, and it's used throughout that orchestra, and it's played over and over again, and it says shark, right? It says, this is the shark coming at you. Anyway, so I'm happy to share with you the two-part series of musical hooks that stick. We explored a slower, sort of softer waltz-type melody that was nicely, developed and passed through the orchestra so that at the end you pretty much have that melody stuck in your head. And then we also explored this other one, which is a little bit simpler, shorter, peppier, happier, but it's very simple and lends itself nicely to an orchestra kind of sharing that melody throughout the piece. Again, I am Kari Steinert. I am a TV commercial composer. I have been doing it for about 30 years, so I have lots and lots of experience to share with you. And if you're liking this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and I will be back soon with some more videos. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.